This one's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a very exciting episode of the New Music Podcast. We got 4 albums back at you this week. We got some crazy stuff coming out this week. Michael, what do we got on screen first?
We have Yeat first.
Yeah, Yeat first. Yeah.
I had originally guessed that this was going to be out on the 11th, which happened.
Yeah.
Because I read somebody saying, oh, this shit went out on the 11th. I can feel it. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And they were.
That guy really felt it on that one. Predicted it accurately.
We have Yeat out here with Lyfestyle. Yeah, it says 21 tracks with a bonus track, making it 22 tracks total at an hour and 2 minutes. What did you think of this one?
So, I really liked 2093 earlier this year. Honestly, the best songs on here easily rival the best songs on 2093, but there are some tracks that come nowhere near the worst songs on 2093.
True.
There is stuff that is at least as high of highs as 2093, but the lows are way lower.
My lowest rating was a 5 out of 10 on these tracks.
And I'm gonna go ahead and guess that's the one with Kodak.
You're correct.
I have a 3 on that. That is kind of terrible, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was just coming off of Orchestrate, which I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Soften the blow, basically.
It's some real sonic whiplash during that stretch of tracks, because honestly, dude, the other collab on here, right thereafter with Summers, also not good.
Yeah, I give it a 6 out of 10. But the other 2 features, what did I give them? I was not impressed with Don Toliver's feature, but it was good. It was still good. Don't get me wrong.
He's kind of doing his Don Toliver thing, but hearing him over a beat like this is kind of fucking crazy.
Wasn't blowing my dick clean off by any means, but Lil Durk's track, I was pretty impressed with that. These aren't my favorite tracks by any means, but I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, totally. I agree. Lil Durk basically runs that track. He does the most on it. He really showed up for that feature. For whatever reason, bro came in on that one. Makes for a pretty good song. I think he did good on that one. And weird cloud rap Don Toliver moment is solid to me as well.
True.
Yeah.
Some of the highs on this for me, I'll start at the beginning. Shut the Fuck Up, or STFU on track 2.
Yes.
Was immediately a super high for me.
Yes, me too. Fucking banger. He also says, "We gon' box you out, lunch pail" on that song. So that was that was excellent.
I went to Yeat's Twitter because I had to reacquaint myself with Twitter for other non-musical reasons. And looking at Yeat's tweets, it's fantastic.
Yeah, no, he has a fantastic Twitter. It's mostly just a mashup of words. He's just saying some shit, and sometimes that comes across in the lyrics on here too.
Yeah, his last tweet, which was last year, was "Big Schmuck can't stop schmuck, ... That's the schmuck lifestyle." hashtag, or 3 pound symbols. I'm not really sure what he was going for.
He really just put 3 empty hashtags at the end of the tweet.
No, I think when it's by themselves, they're pound symbols at that point.
I guess. I don't know, man. It's on Twitter, though.
I think it's time to go to space.
Yeah. He has that one that's like, what? Monkey travel back in time something? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Helicopter monkey go back in time, I think? Something like that.
Something like that. One of the most popular reviews for this album, an album of the year, is "Where My Twizzy's At? It's Tonka Time. Are you on that lifestyle grind? Eat #1. Just a bunch of fucking emojis."
Yeah, dude, it's all the syntax. He's got a very significant brand, which is probably how he got to the peaks that he got to. It's that image, you know what I'm saying?
True.
And that is definitely still very present here, just as it was on 2093.
I love it.
Yeah, love it.
I don't know, 2093.
Just going right down the track list, They Tell Me right after that is another fucking banger. That one's a more psychedelic one. Sometimes gets in that bag pretty far.
I guess it's Schmucktober.
What's some other highlights for you?
Popping right down to Orchestrate. It's another high for me right before the worst track on the album.
Yeah. Orchestrate is amazing.
Yeah, dude, Orchestrate is bars.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying, but I don't care. Fuck it.
He's saying some shit. But that one's cinematic.
Yeah, dude.
It's a fucking religious experience right there.
Yeah, dude. The next high I have here is Forever Again. Shit. Fucking I guess this is just strip cloud rap, isn't it? On Forever Again?
I mean, you could. It's kind of his own thing.
What's this called? It's just new.
It's like psychedelic rage, so wherever you want to go with that, I don't know.
I guess. I don't know, man. I get lost in genre tag.
Yeah, that one has the like little danceable kind of beat to it. That one's crazy.
Yeah, this one ends up being my favorite overall.
That's totally fair.
An honorable mention in the heaters is Heard of Me. I like that one a lot too.
Yes, Heard of Me is also fucking awesome. I don't know, have we... No, we haven't mentioned the costs, I think is how I'm meant to be saying that anyways.
Oh, yep, right immediately after Kodak Black.
Yeah, the whiplash is enormous during that portion. Because orchestrate, banger. Be quiet, kind of bad. The cost, banger. Go to work, kind of bad. And then Gone for a Min is also quite good. So it's like, it's really back and forth during that part. Very inconsistent.
I wasn't super hot on the cost or Gone for a Minute. Maybe that was because of their proximity to the two worst tracks on the album. They were still good. They still got 7 out of 10s for me.
Yeah, there's just such great stuff in the production sometimes on here.
Yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag, but also like deserves a couple listens at the same time.
True. Easy one to just throw on in the car, as 2093 was. Like, it's gonna be reliable in that way.
Oh, yeah.
The lows aren't really gonna bother you.
Hey, you can just skip it. No big deal.
Yeah, it's a vibe. It's a vibe at the very worst. The lows on here are kind of low.
Yeah, I mean, like, the lowest I went was a 50.
Yeah, I did go lower. And then there's a lot of songs on here, too. And, I mean, I don't think we really even need to start dissecting which ones are which. That are just, like, so, this is a Yeat song, and that's what it is. And then it's gone, and then you don't really remember anything about it.
Yeah, there's a ton of filler.
Yeah.
But, like, it's to be expected with Yeat at this point. I mean, 2093 had 22 tracks as well. I mean, this one had 21 with a bonus track.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
But I'm a fan at this point after listening to 2093 in this.
That's awesome.
I don't understand all the fucking hate. Like, I see a lot of hate on Yeat. People say, yeah, overrated and then overhated. It's like,
yeah,
it's just fun, dude.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, I can see where somebody just wouldn't really get it and it wouldn't click with you. It's kind of going to be a thing of this is either your thing or it isn't. In fact, I mean, honestly, you didn't really like 2093 when it came out all that much, did you? I'm trying to remember how that episode went.
No, it definitely grew on me.
Yeah. It's a sound that kind of grows on you more than it stands out right away.
I mean, I was actually higher on 2093 than, well, spoilers.
Yeah.
Higher on 2093?
Yeah, I was a lot higher on 2093. While that one does kind of, sort of have filler if you want to look at it like that, every song is good to me.
This one has a lot of filler.
Yeah, even the ones that are a little less significant still stand out to me like, wow, that's an actual good song, you know? Yeah.
I'm not saying Yeat deserves a fucking must hear or anything right now. I just have seen him catching strays for no reason.
2093 does to me. Like, 2093 is going to be in my top 50 albums of the year. I mean, so many unbelievable bangers on that one, but this one's just so much more of a mixed bag.
Yeah. We got our thoughts on this album.
Yeah.
My score was a 70.
Mine is a 69, so we're just about at the right place.
I rounded up.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know if I rounded one way or the other, but yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't round. I decided to give Heard of Me an 85 instead of an 80, and I bumped it up 1 point.
Gotcha. I think I might have had more highs on it than you then. I'm not really sure, but either way, pretty much at the same spot.
Yeah. But we averaged out 69.5.
Yeah, that is the closest you can possibly be to being in the green without being in it.
True.
Yeah, if only those kind of shitty tracks weren't on here.
Definitely. Then we have up next Jean Dawson. This is actually kind of a moment again this year.
Yeah.
Glimmer of God.
I just seen my life in threes. I live again. I'ma lose my soul tonight, but I came for.
Yeah. This one's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
This is his 4th album. I got into Jean Dawson when Pixel Bath came out. I think he did something with Mac DeMarco, and that's how I ended up finding him.
That was after the fact, but yeah.
No, A$AP Rocky was on that album. That's how I found him.
Yeah.
Mac DeMarco is a singer.
I think I found Pixel Bath on Album of the Year when it came out. Like, I think I just saw it coming out and was like, oh, that's a cool cover, and then listened to it, and I've kind of been a fan since. Never a, this is one of my favorite artists type situation, but always a reliable go-to for me.
Yeah, it was in the rotation, a couple songs here and there for sure.
Yeah.
This one, it feels like his fucking, like, awakening. It's fucking canon moment.
This is the magnum opus. This is the artistic statement.
I feel like he can go up from here. I feel like this is the beginning of the bangers that he has for us. The good music we can get out of him. I don't think it stops here.
That very well could be. This feels like it could be, obviously not comparable albums, but as a moment, this feels like it could be his Flower Boy.
Yeah.
It's starting a new era where there's a lot more artistic significance.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like, I was extremely impressed. The 2 feature tracks on this album, like, blew me away. I was surprised
Yeah.
how good Bones was. Expected Lil Yachty to be really good, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Features are so weird. Having Jean Dawson, Lil Yachty, and Bones being the only vocal people on an album is like, what is happening?
It's like, thank you.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, if I were to just think up a random collaborative situation, Jean Dawson and Bones is a cool one, but
Yeah, it's like something that's like a joke, but
yeah.
Lil Yachty, I expect to be here. I'm gonna keep it real with Bad Cameo. Let's start here. I think it just makes sense.
That does make sense. His kind of psychedelic, melodic pop rap angle he's been getting at does seem very reminiscent of what Jean Dawson has done in the past.
Yeah, and then Jean Dawson leaning into a little more psychedelia on this than some of his other stuff, if I remember correctly. I ended up not having a chance to go back through and re-listen to some stuff, and this definitely has been a minute, but the, like, soulful, groovy shenanigans that have been happening in this entire project, definitely one that's going to be sticking around for a while.
Absolutely.
It's super consistent album. The lowest score I had, I gave a 75 or 7.5 out of 10 for Black Sugar.
Oh, really? That was one of your least favorites?
And it was my least favorite.
Oh. Huh.
I definitely feel like I could grow on me. I'm looking at that right now. It is a hot take. Oof.
Yeah, I like that one a decent bit. It's very adventurous.
I got you. My favorite track ended up being Play Dead and Die For Me and Pain, of course.
Same.
My honorable mention tracks here were Arlen and Bubba. There were like some other heat happening there.
Yeah, those are some of the more like soulful ones.
I like those ones a lot.
They're good.
I'm listening to Black Sugar again, right? I definitely feel like it deserves more.
Yeah, it's growing on you a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm looking at a comment from this guy, PASSTHEauxCORD. If this goes to 79 jail, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I swear to God. Facts.
I did comment that. To anyone who might happen to be unacquainted, 80 is the mark for must hear on album of the year, and so many things end up at a 79 because people are cock blocking the must hear. I honestly think that that's what's going on there. Yeah, it's sitting at an 81, and please, for the love of God, because this is really good. It deserves it. This deserves the star.
Definitely.
It's such a moment, man. The one thing I'll really critique it on is just the shorter songs kind of killing the momentum a little bit.
Yeah, that was a problem I was having too.
Mm-hmm.
I gave the interlude a 7 out of 10. Just wanted to really quick check on that and see why I did that.
Which one? I mean, there's Paranoid Echo is really short. The Spanish track that I would butcher if I attempted. And then, I guess those are the only really short ones, but...
I gave it to the Spanish track.
Yeah, I have a 6 on that one. Kind of just seemed out of nowhere to me.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
I think placement was bad for it, too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you put it earlier, I don't know.
Yeah.
But banger song names real quick, though. 200 Cigarettes. Thank you.
Also one of my favorite tracks as well, yeah.
I figured it would be, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
I figured you'd see 200 Cigarettes and you'd be like, yum.
Delicious. I mean... Honestly, though, the first time I heard it was in the car, and I was like, oh, that song is alright. But then the last time I spun this, just earlier today, stuff was hitting different. And that was one of the ones that was hitting different. And I'm like, oh, fuck, this is actually really, really good.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I gave it like a half-ass listen on Friday in like the car, and then I gave it like an actual good listen today. And I am listening again right now, and I love it.
Yeah, it grows on me every time, and I was kind of blown away right from the start, so it's like, whoa. But it's so experimental and all over the place and covers so much ground sonically that it really is a lot to take in. It's almost to a fault.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, why are we going from this to this so rapidly? A lot of times it works really well, though.
Yeah, that's again where I'm at. We haven't seen the last of him yet with this.
Yeah.
A good space to grow, and it's hype.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what the next one is.
Totally.
And I'm excited to see him live.
Yeah, that would be fire. Let's just talk about, real quick, Pain being the moment that it is, because we did a little bit, but like, how does this song exist? That song is illegal. That's outside of the realm of like things that should happen in real life. It's not my favorite song on here, but he starts on such a like little upbeat kind of melodic rap thing in the beginning there, and then it's just these like huge hits in between each line, and then Bones comes in, and bro's just like actually singing. Bones never does features for anybody else too. It's so rare that it happens. It's so crazy.
Oh my god. Bones has appeared on exactly 5 things. Blade Glue in 2014. Part 1 in 2014. ASAP Rock at Long Last ASAP in 2015. And Vane FM in 2022.
He's also, oh wait, never mind. That's a feature on his song. I was going to say he has a song with Danny Brown, but that's actually a song on Bones' album, so yeah. Yeah, never mind. But
yeah, like, he only fucking does features for, I don't know what Vane FM is, but I probably should, based off of the other things he's featured off.
Oh, really? They're like a metal band.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was another really weird moment. But to further break this down, Blade and him have beef now, so that one hardly counts.
That's really funny.
And the ASAP Rocky one is a sample. So it's like,
yeah,
this is kind of sort of his third canon feature on somebody else's project.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's like, how did this song happen? The Lil Yachty one, again, that makes sense.
Oh, apparently Bones has 3 fucking mixtapes dropping this year. Goddamn. Class Pass Settle Fest.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this song is crazy.
Yeah, it's so wild.
I think it reminded me a little bit of Kevin Abstract's album, Blanket.
Yeah, the acoustic bits on here and stuff do sound a lot like Blanket.
Just the vibe of it.
Yeah.
It's like Blanket, but good.
I mean, it's like dark sounding acoustic music that has a slight rap influence. So you kind of end up in the same place, I guess.
True.
This is better than that album, though. This came together better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it also covers so much more ground, though.
True. I just hope to see more songs like Pain Exist, is where I'm like getting at it.
Totally.
Bones, do more features.
Play Dead is so crazy. That's another one where it's like, I'm listening to it and it's, how is this a song that exists?
Yeah, Play Dead's insane.
Yeah, he starts on that whole dark wave thing with the little up-pitched sample, but then it gets all explosive at the end. It goes from so low-key to just straight violent.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
What did you think of Houston?
That one was one of my honorable mentions for best tracks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That and Darling are like my 2. This is almost a 9 out of 10 track for me. But that track was really good.
I think I'm a lot warmer on this album than you because those are, well, no, Darling is a 9 for me, and then Houston is a 10 for me. But like not quite in my top 3.
That's totally fair.
That one was another though that I had to come back to it for it to hit different because it's easily one of, if not the most poppy song on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's definitely the one that's going for mainstream success, and I can tell that it's getting that. I think it's one of the most talked about songs he has.
Yeah, this album, number 7, I saw.
Yeah, on his Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking for merch, and I don't think he has merch out yet, which is fucking weird. Put this shit on vinyl right now.
For real.
I'll snag one.
Yeah. Yeat's album is number 1, and this is number 7 for what we're talking about this week.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, do we have other thoughts? Because, like, this was kind of chaos review mode, but, I mean...
It's good. It's real good.
Oh, I did want to mention the lyrics, actually, while we're here, just to put this in real quick. There is very consistent lyrical themes, and I like them all fucking lot. There's a lot of talk of death and rebirth and just kind of the metaphorical meanings behind all of that. And then towards the end there, you can tell he's just going through some shit, and that really hit to me too. So I mean, there's like cool things going on in the writing, which is something I didn't really feel on Pixel Bath.
Yeah.
Die For Me has great lyrics. I will say that much.
For real.
For real.
I tried to go through a little bit, but I could not do it.
That's fair.
It ran out of brain cells.
The music itself has taken up a lot of brain cells as it is.
True.
Yeah. Alrighty, man. You got any other thoughts?
I'm at an 84 on this album.
I'm at an 89 on this album.
Yeah, we're not too far away. That's fair.
Yeah. No, I just think the inconsistency kind of kills it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally understandable. That leaves us at a 86.5, right?
It sure does.
All right, up next we have Machine Girl, MGULTRA. coming at us with video game music.
You're the bigger Machine Girl fan of the two of us, so how you feeling on this one?
I like it less than Because I'm Young and Arrogant, less than Wolf Girl, but like maybe a little more than the other random EPs I've heard.
Well, I mean, they got a few other mainline kind of albums.
Yeah, I haven't heard all of them though. I've only heard Wolf Girl, Because I'm Young and Arrogant, and then their EPs. I haven't gone through listening to U Void Synthesizer, at least a good listen, and same with the Ugly Art, or the other two like weird ass albums.
That's so weird. How do I know more of their music than you? This is really flip-flop from what I thought it was.
Well, I know Wolf Girl and Because I'm Young and Arrogant like the back of my hand.
Oh yeah, those are pretty recent albums for me. Wolf Girl is like almost perfect to me.
I mean, yeah, that's just correct. My one complaint about this album is I do wish it was a little more abrasive.
Really?
That's just a me thing, though. Like, this is still good. This is still real good. This is exactly what Machine Girl is and what Machine Girl fans would want. I just like a little more abrasiveness out of them. Definitely some fucking, like, video game bullshit music. And that's a good thing.
It's so crazy. This is honestly what I wanted out of I'm Young, Arrogant, and Hate Everything, all that. We've heard the same albums, except I listened to U Void Synthesizer when it came out.
I might have, and I don't remember at the very least.
Not one of their better albums, for sure. I think this is a step up from it, but that one is harsher.
Oh, definitely.
That one's very metal-leaning. But yeah, this one's still total chaos, overstimulation moment type thing, but the slight lack of intensity comparatively is super nice to me, I think.
This is also coming off of their soundtrack for this game called Neon White. It's like a little like speed game.
Oh, really?
And I went and listened to a little bit of that game soundtracks, and it feels like they enjoyed what they were doing on those soundtracks and decided to make an album.
Oh, yeah, that would make a lot of sense, because a very fast-moving video game would fit this super well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, despite how much I liked Wolf Girl, this is still in the running for my favorite of their albums.
Oh, really? Holy shit.
Yeah, I end up having weird takes, though, so I'll probably listen to the Ugly Art eventually and then be like, oh, actually, this is the best one, because fucking, I don't know, my brain is just shitty like that sometimes, but who knows? Who knows?
Valid.
I guess that's not really a hot take. It's like 1% off now that I'm looking at it, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you talk about an album like this?
You don't listen to a lot of digital hardcore, do you?
Not really. I'm gonna keep it real.
Apparently, this is my bag. I'm looking at the digital hardcore done. I'm like, oh yeah, that was good. So this album was probably the best digital hardcore album that we've had in a little while.
Oh, I listened to a little bit of that Lip Critic album now that I'm looking at it.
Oh, you're good. This is definitely a lot better than Lip Critic's album.
I fucked with that one a decent bit. I don't know.
I did a little bit too, but like this one was...
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Let's talk about some banger tracks. The opener, Until I Die. What do you think about that one?
Very good. Not one of my favorites, but like there's hardly any variation in scores for me. So it's pretty close anyways. It's really great.
I definitely like the post-soundtrack sound that we are getting out of Machine Girl. I think what I have to do as a listener is just be like, all right, they're not going to do Because of Young and Arrogant, Hate Everything You Stand For again. Don't hope for that. They're doing like fucking alien space gamer from hell music where you shoot the devil in the face.
Doom soundtrack moment.
No. Not like, I guess the context for that joke is you have to know about Neon White.
Can't say I've ever heard of it, honestly, before this very moment.
You like shoot demons in heaven, basically. Like you're like an assassin.
That's badass.
It looks fun. And you have like cards that are your guns and stuff. I don't want to get too far onto that. Man, this is hard to talk about. I was sitting here like, I'll know how to talk about this. I listen to a lot of this. It's just good. Go listen to it. I don't know. Fuck you.
Facts. They are a very ever-changing band, it seems like, because... I mean, the jump from Wolf Girl to I'm Young and Arrogant is pretty enormous, and then this is totally different from that. I don't know what happened in the middle, so that's where I'm uninformed.
It is soundtrack.
Right.
This is the new era. And visually, this album cover, I'd probably think it looks more like all of their other album covers, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It has got a different vibe about it, though. I feel like their album cover game is on point for how the album is going to sound.
This one looks more cartoonish, I guess, in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my original thought was Korn album, so that's where I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna sound like Korn.
I mean, there is a point in which it does kind of have some like new metal bits almost.
Track 2 is called New Meta Phenomena.
Yeah, and that fits if we're gonna relate it to new metal. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but the chorus on that does remind me of it in a way. And then Schizo Dipshit has some like rapping almost. So you got that influence. Mother Father is one of the most distinct Machine Girl songs I've heard from like everything else they've made.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. The big arena rock chorus thing they got going on there is insane.
It was weird. This was like the most accessible Machine Girl track they've ever done, and I feel like this is where I draw my parallels to their soundtracks a lot, because the soundtrack's super accessible because it's the soundtrack, of course.
Right, fair, yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It is quite good. I think some of the songs here are pretty conceptual too, just in nature. You've got, let's see here, Hot Lizard is pretty fucking crazy.
Hot Lizard's, I'm gonna call it my honorable, like my tier 2 tracks. That's where Hot Lizard lands.
That's in my top tier,
Like,
but yeah, like there's not a lot of difference.
No, there really isn't. It's like 80s and 85s and 90s for me.
Yeah, I get you. That one's got some moments though. I mean, fuck. A lot of these songs are really explosive and just fucking hits you super hard right at the end of them. That was always very nice. There's some big, huge, cathartic, explosive moments all over this record.
It's definitely full of bops, but I don't know if I have too much more to say. What'd you think of Ass to Mars?
That is my least favorite on the album. It seems like the least hard-hitting of anything here, and lyrically didn't do a ton for me. There's some nice ear candy there, but it's my least favorite.
That one falls in the middle for me, but I totally understand where you're coming from. It wasn't blowing me away either necessarily.
My favorite one on here, I think, ends up being Just Because You Can, because that one's got a lot going on. Tons of variation between the loud and quiet sections of that track. And then the actual writing on that one, there's a whole concept going on there.
Schizoid Dipshit is probably the track I'll come back to the most on this album.
Oh, really?
But my favorite ends up being Psychic Attack, I think. Not by a lot.
Oh, really? Maybe that needs time to grow on me, because I have half listened to this album more than I've fully listened to this album. I've heard the first run of them more.
But I still end up liking the closer. It shoots back and forth between the first track, the last track, and the track exactly in the middle, Mother Father.
Yeah, all fair picks.
I think for this episode, I'm going to land on Psychic Attack.
Yeah. Grindhouse is another really good one, too. That one seems very different from the rest.
Yeah, cool little goodie bag of tracks here.
Yeah, that one would go so hard live.
Oh, all of this would. Oh my god, I'd love to see these guys live.
Well, I have good news. They're right near us, and I won't say the city name because it is too approximated to where exactly I am in December, I believe. So
looks like we're busy
in December. All right, what'd you score this?
82.
I have a 90 on it.
That's fair.
Just because there's not really anything that changed about it.
So we were at an 86 together. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
It's reasonable.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Up next we have Kelly Lee Owens.
Ovens? Oh, did I write ovens accidentally?
You wrote Owens. I saw that and I was like, you know what? I'll say Owens. No, we have Kelly Lee Owens with the
Dreamstate. Feel the love you got. Love you got. Trust and desire.
Dreamstate. I'm leaving it as Owens. Don't change it.
You know what? We won't. She is Kelly Lee Owens now. Have you listened to her before at all?
Nope.
I heard her album that came out back in 2020. Liked it a decent bit in her song. That's a pretty cool album, I think. And much more pure instrumental stuff happening on there. So that's kind of what I was hoping for with this one. But it's a bit different and a lot more poppy, I think.
Yeah, this one was good. I liked it.
It's okay. And I wanted to like it more than just okay.
Yeah, my 3 favorites, I have them all tied as an 8 out of 10. It's like Dreamstate, Love You Gotten Higher. Like that run of tracks, I like that one quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then I feel like it's just cool, like ambient pop, transcendent black metal.
I don't know about that last one.
What? No, it's just vibes.
Yeah, it's very mainstream leaning based on what I was expecting, because I mean it has its experimental moments, so it's not totally in this bag, but it definitely feels like the electronic producer then making kind of pop song with a vocal moment, except I'm pretty sure it's all her vocals, so it's kind of not like that too.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to come back to this album a ton necessarily, but it was fun. It was good.
It's solid. I like some atmospheres it's got going on.
Yeah.
I wish there was more punch to it. Little something to grab onto.
Yeah, it's kind of falls flat a few times. Like, it's just kind of like, all right.
Yeah, honestly, that title track is easily the most experimental thing on here, I think, and I liked it the best.
That's probably my favorite.
That's my favorite too, Doing Something. Didn't really like where the album ends either. Those last two tracks seem like some of the more boring ones.
No. Yeah, it was definitely kind of a snooze fest for me around then.
Yeah, those feel almost outdated to me, which is weird because I've always known her music to be pretty futuristic.
Yeah, this almost feels like she wants a critically acclaimed album, maybe?
I mean, even if we're going to look at it like that, it could be a thing of mainstream success type deal if we're going to...
She wants that bag.
Maybe, which is fair, but also
That's what you want.
equally possible this is just what she felt like making.
True. So album cover is weird as fuck.
Oh yeah, it's super cool.
Is she photoshopped into the background? I feel like she's being green screened in.
It might be a real photo because the lighting's very consistent with it. I have no idea.
It's so weird looking. I don't know. I don't like it.
Her pose is kind of like crazy. This like bent shape. It looks unnatural, but it's a pose someone could technically do. So I don't know.
Honestly, -1 point for the album cover.
Honestly, +1 point for the album cover. It's weird.
We'll even out.
Yeah, it'll even out. It's fine.
I don't know. I don't have a ton to say about it. It is what it is.
It's a thing that exists. It's just so much more uninspired than I expected.
Yeah, from someone called Kelly Lee Owens.
Yeah. That is one of the stupidest typos I've ever made, and we just got off of me entirely getting the name of a track wrong.
It's me, Clario.
You know, you're the mispronunciation guy, I'm the typo guy, I think.
And together we are a full person.
Something like that. That's crazy. God, I feel like we've said nothing, but I don't think there's a lot to say.
That's what's here.
It's got cool moments.
Yeah, I just read someone said it's all house, no home. My thoughts into words exactly.
That's a very clever review. I like that. Good on them for doing one of that.
I'm gonna give them a little heart.
That's awesome.
Oh, I'm looking at critic reviews too, and like my theory of potentially this being like critic bait is wrong.
They're not digging it?
Critics are not having it. She has 4 6s, 7, a couple 8s, a 9, and a 10, of course.
I'm really curious if Fantana will pick up on this one or not, because I don't think he
Probably not.
Reviewed the 2020 album.
Gonna give it a 10, and then that's gonna...
It'll just skyrocket infinitely. No, I don't think we live in the dimension where that happens, but it's an interesting idea. It's okay. I mean, if that's how we got on it, I got a 69 on this.
I got a 73.
I'm realizing now I gave funny number twice.
That's really fun.
For very different reasons, because the last one was high highs and low lows, and that's why I ended up there. And this one is consistently okay.
Yeah, I thought everything was passable, and I liked the Dreamstate enough to give it a couple points, so that's where I'm at 73.
True. Before we get out of here, a fun little thing happened, and I am saying that with the most sarcasm humanly imaginable. They did a deluxe of the Juice WRLD.
She got his back to the wall. I just saw you kissing that bitch. She had a tongue on my bum.
An EP, a 2-track EP.
It almost looks like an EP now, but honestly, it's still kind of 1 track short.
I think you can be a 4-track EP. I think I'll give you the pass. But if you're a deluxe EP,
If you're a 4-track EP, there's an issue.
fuck Juice WRLD's label.
Yeah, fuck Juice WRLD's label. This is so stupid.
Or whoever was in charge of this.
This is so dumb.
Yeah, and like the tracks were alright,
They're both fine.
but I'm giving this a 0 because Jesus Christ.
It's unscored for me because, yeah, like, this is so shameless, and I felt like we needed to follow up because the last one felt shameless as it sat, and this is an entire different level. You're putting out a deluxe for a couple of songs that didn't make it onto the next posthumous album. The 3rd posthumous album, by the way. I believe he will have more albums after he's dead than when he was alive at this point, which is insane, and this is getting into absurd territory with this one.
I wonder how much AI is going to be on the posthumous album.
I was gonna say, I have no idea. It's probably not the case, because I haven't seen people mad about this, so it's probably not happening.
Okay, good.
But that first track, some of the vocal mixing makes him sound like AI.
Yeah, I'm worried they're just going to start filling in deepfakes of Juice WRLD.
You know, at this point, with what I know about Juice WRLD fans, they probably wouldn't even notice.
Fair.
And as a Juice WRLD fan, I say that. So this is kind of a cell phone at the same time. The second one has a cooler beat for sure, but both of these just kind of sound like he's freestyling, and he was a person known to freestyle a lot, so It's kind of like we got two freestyles here. I'm gonna keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
Some really bad bars. That's kind of why I also say that. It's just like a few bars where I'm like, why would a person say that on a song? I mean, like, I don't really want to be too harsh on it because, I mean, not really here to fix up any of the lyrics or have the artistic input, of course.
It's a shame that his legacy is being shit on every year.
Yeah. The world where there weren't any posthumous albums was much better for his legacy and much more respectable of a look from everyone involved.
Yeah, apparently Legends Never Die. I think people were okay with that one, right?
I mean, it was fine. It was almost on par with the one that he did before that, but, like, not as good. But yeah, doing one posthumous album makes a lot of sense. But we're 3 deep here, and this is what we're working with, is a deluxe edition of an EP that was basically extras for the...
That just makes me angry. All right, enough. Just, fucking goddamn it, stop.
A deluxe edition of a 2-track EP is something no one should ever say in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, fucking on that note, yeah, I'm really giving that the old unreviewable situation because it's just I pretty much just wanted to mention it here because the situation is like so terrible.
That's fair. I'm plopping the 0 on it because terrible. Not like musically, just situational.
It's an ethics 0 by far.
Yeah.
Yeah. The songs are okay though. Like they're fine.
Yeah.
They can come out. Like I wouldn't be mad that these songs were released. It's just the manner in which these things are being released that's actually insane behavior. Diabolical. Truly shameless.
That's what I had written down. My notes were these songs were not horrible, but dropping a deluxe EP that makes the 2-track EP an actual EP is diabolical.
Yes. Grave robbery at its finest here.
For
real. Alright. Well, on that note, let's actually end on a higher note. You and I listened to it together in the car on our way back from a Shoo Shoo concert. Tyler, the Creator's new song is fucking awesome.
Oh, fuck, I haven't listened to it since.
You know, I've only really skimmed it since, so we won't get into it here. I just wanted to mention that it's awesome.
Yeah, dude, fuck yeah. I'm excited for Tyler's new album, which is next week.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we survived to another 10 from Tyler, the Creator.
It's really looking like it, because this song is immaculate. It is wonderful.
Did I ever give him a 10 on anything? I think Flower Boy I gave a 10.
You and I have the same hot take on Flower Boy.
Yeah, I gave a 10 to Flower Boy. Flower Boy's a 10.
Yeah, that shit's amazing.
It's not a hot take.
This will probably be his best album in my regards since Flower Boy.
Anything after Flower Boy is a 10. I just will be like, yeah, you're allowed to.
Yeah, we're 4 albums deep now into his like new artistic progression that was very different. Big albums that are like very, very significant.
Wolf has a special place in my heart, though.
Of course.
Goblin has a shameful place in my heart.
Yeah, that era's pretty rough when you look back at it, but
it's okay. I was in middle school.
True. All right, well, not a real review, but that shit's awesome, and we're very excited for the album. And for some reason, he's dropping on a Monday, so that's cursed.
Wait, why is he dropping on a...
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe it's a Sunday. I'm not sure.
That's a Monday.
Yeah, cursed. Why would you do a thing like this? So next episode will probably just come out late.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think that's how we'll approach it. Either that or just like a standalone episode on just the Tyler, the Creator album. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. So next week will be wonky for the podcast.
I think standalone episode might be better.
We'll see. We'll see how we want to finagle it.
We'll see. Maybe we spend one entire day listening to nothing but Tyler, the Creator, and we just manage to release normally.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, I guess that wraps it up then. That has been about it for us. If you have enjoyed what you liked today, please drop a like on the video. That would be greatly appreciated, or whichever platform you're listening on. This podcast is available on all streaming platforms as well, if that interests you. And we would greatly appreciate you subscribe to the channel for more music-related content coming your way. Mikey, do you have anything to say to the people before we get on out of here?
I shit in my shit box on accident.
That's pretty wholesome, and we'll see you next time.